Shalom, 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 brother Bakash, back on that scene, back on that social media scene. Got something on my mind, something on the brother's mind. A few things happening in the news. Sorry I couldn't be with you yesterday. I had something going on, man. Had to take care of some loose ends. But I see as of recent, the P-Man, P. Diddy, he's saying that he's sorry. He's very sorry for what happened in 2016. They have footage, actual footage of this man kicking his woman. Kicking and dragging and throwing, it looks like a flower pot at his woman. At the time, Cassie. And he claims he was under the influence of drugs at that time. He got some help. BS, man. These guys, they always complain. They always complain when they get caught. This is when they complain. When they get caught, that's when they complain. I don't believe nothing they say. When you in that world, that's it. That's Satan's lair. You got to do all types of dirt and filth to live and maintain in that world. You have to do filth to live in that world. And the Most High is slowly revealing them, man. He's revealing them. We all saw the Cat Williams video. We saw that video, man, and what he had to say and how these guys really get down. We seen that. They got to bend over and keep the Vaseline close to them, if you know what I mean. These are the acts of what they got to do. These guys are terrible. And this is why it's beneficial not to chase money, man. To chase money is a bad thing. It's a bad thing. Especially in this country. Look how many people caved in. Look how many people are suffering that chase after money and refuse to put the Most High in front of them. You got to be in that word, man. You got to be in that word daily to maintain yourselves and to not envy the ones who got money. Scripture tells you about that in Psalms 37, not to envy the evildoers. But I want to show you something, how this guy, is looking. And bottom line, what it is that these guys, they get into prominent positions and they get beside themselves. They forget or they lack the information or the knowledge that they're slaves. And you don't have to be in the faith to know you're a slave. You got people who are Muslims. You got people who are Christians. People who are dieharded Americans. You understand? Dieharded Americans are going to be into the 4th of July in the next few months, barbecuing. They're going to be into Memorial Day, which doesn't benefit them. These are days that are celebrated by the enemy. And you so-called Negroes, you have made yourselves Americans. You have made yourselves Americans and you're slaves. And this country has done nothing but destroy you and your children and have turned you out. And now your leaders, or the ones you look up to, they're getting a harsh reality of where this country is going. And not just that they're getting a harsh reality that America does not love black people. America does not love Hispanics. But the Most High, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, he loves you. He loves you. And that's what it's about. It's about coming back to the Heavenly Father and accepting your Lord, your Savior, your King, Yahweh Shai, as your Savior. And waking the hell up. I was on this live feed the other day, and the brother was asking, questions along of why we can't do A and B and C. So I showed him we are cursed. Why doesn't the white man and the heathen react a certain way in our favor? And I showed him because we're cursed, and the Most High has hardened their hearts the same way the Most High has hardened Pharaoh's heart. Now, if you believe in Pharaoh, and you believe in the Most High, and you believe in the Old Testament, and you believe the Most High has the spirit to put a lying spirit in your tongue or put wisdom in your tongue, why can't you see the Most High can harden our enemies' hearts. Why is that? Why is that so difficult? Because a lot of people choose to believe in the system. They love the system and they choose to believe in the system. Just like P. Diddy. Just like our man P. Diddy. But check this out. Let's check him out real quick.
That about federal raids.
Yeah, we saw some of those images from inside his home in the Holby Hills area back in March. And I do want to warn viewers before we showed this video here on Live Now from Fox of this incident there in 2016. Viewer discretion is advised because, of course, we are seeing this image there.
Look
coming
at this
in.
guy.
The video aired showing Combs.
Look at this savage.
Wearing a white towel, punching
Look at
and
this
kicking
savage,
Cassie,
man.
an R&B singer who was his protege and longtime girlfriend at.
Now, I know sometimes women get you pissed off, but damn, God damn. He gave her a damn kick in the buttocks, man. God. Look at this, man. Now, he claims he was under the influence of drugs in these times. And I don't feel sorry for the sister. A lot of you are going to cape for the sister. You're going to feel sorry for the sister. I don't feel bad for the sister. You know why? Because the sisters, they get caught up in the game too. They get caught up into the drugs. They get caught up into whoring themselves out. They get caught up into having multiple children from multiple fathers, deadbeat fathers, drug dealer fathers, abusive fathers. And there's no excuse for that. I mean, the first time I can see you get caught up into drugs or whatever, you get yourself together, but that's a very addictive lifestyle that you cannot just turn away from. You understand? And it's abusive. It's abusive. And if you continue to live that lifestyle, you get deeper and deeper and deeper into trouble and you can't get out. You can't get out. Shalom up. You can't get out of that. But look at the whipping he put on this broad. Check it out.
At the time, the footage shows Combs shoving and dragging Cassie and throwing a vase in her direction as well. I do have to ask you because certainly this video contradicts what he said in the denying of those allegations. Is there anything that...
They lie. They lie their asses off. Excuse my language. But they lie. And Jeremiah says they have taught their mouths to lie. But when you in that world, it's hard to get out.
Prosecutors, anything that any district attorney can look at and stem from this and say that those two things don't line up.
I'm not so sure about that, but I think that this is all part of the larger criminal investigation, the federal investigation that resulted in the two raids of his homes back a couple months ago.
You know what it is? This guy tried to go up against some big dogs. That's the word by the campfire. In regards of an alcohol deal, so they say, and there's possibly a few other things, and got beside himself. And these guys that he is going up against, and this pertains to a lot of the cases that, brothers and sisters get caught up into. They get comfortable with the money. They get comfortable with the drugs. They get comfortable with being a freak in a modern day Roman Empire. And they get beside themselves. And what happens is they get set up. Because the same way P. Diddy had video footage of certain celebrities to blackmail them, to squeeze them into position so he can control them, or he probably did it so certain white people with power can control and use these other people through blackmail to do their bidding. They had dirt on him too. They had dirt on him. And what will happen is they will slander him so bad. They will bring out so much dirt on him. Some of it will be true, that he will be tainted in the eyes of a jury if he should go to court. He will be tainted in the eye of his biggest fans. He will be tainted in the eyes of people who thought he was a role model. And they will tear down his name so bad that when you think of P. Diddy, you'll just think of a freak, a sexual deviant, and an evil, evil person. They show him how to come. That's what you'll see. That's what you'll recognize him as. A lot of you saw that from day one. You saw him as a murderer, a drug dealer, a drug user, sexual deviant, violator, if you know what I mean, that R word, that big R word. And none of you feel sorry for this man anymore. None of you feel sorry for this man because you see what he's about. You see what he's about. You're not stupid. You see what he's about. And this is that world. This is that world. So you should not feel sorry for this man whatsoever. You should not feel sorry for any of these people whatsoever unless they repent and they show signs of mercy, because the same dirt he was doing on people, it's coming back on him now. The same dirt that he was doing is now coming back on him now. And that's that world, man. That's that world that we stay away from. We stay away from. We don't feel bad for him, I don't feel bad for him whatsoever. You understand what I'm saying? And you shouldn't either. Because he made his bed, now he has to lay in it. He has to lay in it. That's right, brother. That's right. Let's go back here now.
Looking at this video just from a single incident standpoint. So, I don't think he wasn't making any false statements to federal authorities or anything like that. So making false statements, I don't think would be an issue here. It's just a matter of, could he be charged with assault for what occurred on the video? And the DA's office has said, no, that's beyond the statute of limitations. But I think the bigger issue for him here is the raids that occurred at his homes a couple months ago, and the fact that that is still an ongoing investigation.
That's right.
Yeah, you mentioned that this might not happen.
That's right. It doesn't seem to be going away. A lot of people thought it was going to go away, but it doesn't seem to go away. And it's good for him. It's good for him because he was doing the same thing to other people. It's good for him. Look at this real quick. It says, Mr. Combs had hidden cameras in every room of his home. See that? That's for what? Blackmail. That's the blackmail you. So the devil taught him how to do this, and he was a slave and a minion for the devil, and the devil's using the same thing against him. The same thing. It says Mr. Combs had hidden cameras in every room of his home. Recordings of several celebrities. See that? Several celebrities, artists, music labels, executives, and athletes engaging in illegal activity. You know what that is? That's coke. That's different forms of drugs and pills. That's sexual deviant behavior. Sexual deviant behavior. That's what that is. That's exactly what that is. And it's good for him because the same crap he was doing, now it's on him. And the enemy knows this. The enemy makes millions and millions of dollars off dudes like this, man. Millions and millions of dollars off of dudes, weak slave ninjas like this. It's not like he's getting crazy. That's right. She's working. You better believe she's working with them. You better believe she's working with them. They have the top lawyers figuring out how they're going to destroy this dude. Same thing with what's this idiot's name? That's running around with his shirt off and half out of his man, Kanye West. A lot of you brothers said he's in the truth. He's talking about the Most High. Look at this dude. He had milk all over his face and body just last week. Just last week. Because with these dudes, they don't care about the money. They don't care about the Bible. It's about the money with these dudes, man. It's about the money. And you're going to see more. You're going to see more of these stars fall from the heaven as time go on. You're going to see. We all going to see it. But this guy was doing this dirt that he complains about. He's been doing it all the time. Says the highlighted section of the civil complaint reads, these individuals were recorded without their knowledge and consent. See that? without their knowledge and consent. I heard last week that 50 Cent revealed some secret footage of Usher freaking off. I don't know if that was a rumor. I just saw it on Facebook. And, you know, he's revealing some lovey-dovey accusations against Usher. Not Usher, what's his name? The stand-up comedian, the short dude. I forgot his name. Kevin Hart. See, all these dudes, they get caught up into the black boule bull crap. They've been into the Roman Empire all over again. Don't be fooled by these dudes. These dudes are nothing but damn hardcore sellouts. And this is not this didn't just happen. This goes all the way back to the late 1800s to current. These guys are disgusting. Disgusting. You understand what I'm saying? Look at this. I'm not going to be long. It says in 1904, the first African-American Greek secret society was formed in Philadelphia by Dr. Henry Milton and 5 of his colleagues. The Boule, an acronym for the Sigma Pi Phi. That's why when you see these stupid idiots, these Q dogs and these different fraternities, look at them like the simple, dumb slaves they are. Look at them for the weak, pathetic slaves they are. It says, and pronounced, Boule was formed to bring together a select group of educated black men, sellouts, who graduated from college, who work side by side, elbow to elbow with the enemy, and can't be told nothing now. And they look down on brothers and sisters like you. They look down on you because they think they're so damn smart. Whether they're in the movie industry, they think they're so damn smart. Whether they work on Capitol Hill with the devil, they think they're so damn smart. Whether they're Democrats or Republicans, they think they're so damn smart. Or whether they're Alpha, Omega, or Phi Bi, whatever the hell they are, or like this brother's put up a LeBron James, they think they're so goddamn smart. They think they're smart, but they dumb as doorknobs, and we're seeing it every day. Now we're starting to see it. We're starting to see that they're nothing but freaks and slaves for the devil. That's what we're seeing. Because you brothers and sisters, you're wise. You snapped out of that bull crap a long time ago. You snapped out of it. And I tell you, mark my words, I speak as a fool, but you're going to see a lot of revelations of these dudes coming out and being exposed in these last days. You're going to see a lot of that in these last days. You're going to see. You understand? And we're going to laugh all the way to the bank at them. We're going to hope they repent. We're going to have to show some mercy and hope they repent. But if these guys don't repent, they're going to die with the enemy. Bottom line. But I'll go back to this. It says, again, it says, was formed to bring together a select group of black educated black men and women fashioned after Yale's Skull and Bones. Which is total demonic behavior, worshiping Satan, creating certain sex at the top of society, doing things under the table that you don't know about and perhaps will never know about, worshiping the devil. It says the Boule historically takes pride in having provided leadership and service to the Black Americans during the Great Depression, World War I and II, and the Civil Rights Movement. I'm not going to read all of this, but you get where I'm going. You know what this is, man. You know what the hell this is talking about. You know exactly what this is going into, and you know what time it is. You understand? This is why I'm saying, for the most part, don't feel sorry for these people, man. Don't feel sorry for these people who are in charge of the NAACP. Don't feel sorry for these people who are supporting and pushing Black Enterprise magazine or BET. These dudes are not helping the Black community. They will never help the Black community. And you're a fool if you believe they're going to help the Black community. You're a goddamn fool if you believe that. Who's going to help the Black community? The Most High. The Most High is going to help the Black community. But first, he's going to make the Black community suffer. He's going to make the white community suffer. He's going to make America suffer. Watch the news. All you got to do is watch the news and you'll see what the hell is going on. That's all you got to do. You know? Now watch this dude. Check it out.
Ramifications on the lawsuit that was settled one day after it was brought by Cassie. I do want to put up this tweet from you as well because we move this story forward. There are other investigations involving Diddy. I want to put it up here saying Diddy's lawyers recently filed a dismissal motion in the Jane Doe lawsuit that the single claimed that Diddy and the Bad Boy Entertainment president raped the women when he was 17, entirely false and hideous. How?
Yeah, I got to watch what I say here. But look what's going on here. It was dismissed. But the fact that it was an accusation, how many of you believe that no one is guilty of sexually violating a 17-year-old girl or women in general, plural, in that world? You're going to tell me weed smoking, coke sniffing, Henny drinking, on top of the world minded Negroes who have the best cars, the best clothes, the best jewelry, and rap about the destruction of our young men and women, they're not capable of such behavior? Is that what you actually believe? I'm not saying it happened, but is that what you actually believe? Can you honestly say that there's no foul play in the actions of an insane Negro or a Hispanic who raps about the destruction of their own people, the disrespect of their own women, the grape, the gray R-word of their own people? Are you going to tell me you believe nothing happened or nothing like that goes down? Are you that gullible and stupid? You can't be that gullible or stupid. You can't be. No one is that gullible or stupid. But all the dirt is coming out now. All the dirt is coming out.
How much does maybe the video coming out and the remarks subsequently, the apology from Diddy, does that change any of these other investigations into him?
I don't think it changes the lawsuits that are existing right now just because of the claims have already been stated and the litigation is already in place. But some people have wondered whether this is going to add extra urgency to the federal investigation. But I just think anytime you have this kind of heightened public scrutiny and heightened public attention, it just underscores the importance of this ongoing investigation and makes it so the federal authorities want to make sure they get things right here.
Yeah, and potentially other videos out there that we do not know about as well. I do have to ask you, because in the conversation we had you on several days ago talking about the initial video coming out, and we heard statements from both Cassie and potentially related to her as well. And you mentioned the fact that maybe there could be some in this.
Could you imagine when we're in the kingdom of heaven, when the Most High sets up his new government? The amount of dirt that's going to be revealed to us in that time. Could you imagine what's going to come out in that time? The witchcraft, the sacrifices, the murders. Could you imagine all the dirt that's going to come out? Even the scripture says that, we look at, we view this knowledge as looking through a stained glass mirror, but in judgment time, that's those stains in that mirror, that glass, that window will be wiped away, and we'll be able to see the Most High on a higher level. I don't think it stops there. I think that in that time, the evil that has polluted and destroyed our people, that will be a revelation to us too. That's what I personally believe. I don't think it's just stuck on just scriptures. I think that there's a lot of things happening under the table to support Satan, to support the devil. That's what I personally believe. When you read the book Pawns in the Game, He talks about the blackmail and the stuff that goes on, under the table. He talks about that stuff. So I believe there's things that's going to come out that's going to blow our minds. This is a good book, a good read if you want to get this book by Richard Carr. And he talks about how this system really works. And I think a lot of stupid Negroes, and I shouldn't call them stupid, ignorant Negroes. You're stupid when you close your mind to how this country really works, how evil this country really is. But this book goes into how this country really works, how the music industry and how this government really functions. There's no democracy here. There's no fair trade here. There's no compassion or love in this system. You are sent here to be a slave and to serve the Most High. Get your act together and serve the Most High, or be a devil. If you're not serving the Most High, you are a devil. If you're not keeping the commandments, you are a devil. If you're not trying to change, you are a devil. And I don't mean if you mess up and you break the Most High's laws. I mean when you totally have it in your nature to just dismiss the Most High from your spirit, dismiss the Most High from your lifestyle, to dismiss the Most High from your families. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about you just mess up, because the Most High says a righteous man, he falls down 7 times, but he gets back up. He's going to get back up. That's a soldier. That's a soldier. A soldier, he gets knocked down and he gets back up and he fights because he loves the Most High. He knows that's the right path and he tries to fight to stay on that path. That's what I'm talking about. But here, if you're a weak person, check this out. Let's see if I get that bigger so you can see it better. I think that's good enough. Let me see. Yeah, that's good. It says, Weishaupt revised a plan requiring his Illuminati to do the following things to help them accomplish their purpose, meaning to serve the devil. You understand? To serve the devil. I believe Weishaupt was initially a Roman Catholic and pushed his ideology of the Illuminati as well as the Masons to some degree on the Albert Pike in the Americas. But he initially set this off in Europe and it's made its way to America, and Satan has been ruling ever since. But it says, 1, use monetary and sex bribery. Use monetary, meaning money, and sex bribery to obtain control of the people already occupying positions in high places in various levels of all governments. Doesn't that seem familiar? Isn't that something? This is going all the way back to like the 1700s. So people in high positions as lawyers and senators and presidents, they have to be bribed with money and sex so they can be used as pawns in Satan's wicked game, just like the book says, like the title of the book, Pawns in the Game. Isn't that something? You understand? So if that works on a high level, what makes you think it doesn't work in the music industry, which is used to saturate the children's minds and make them slaves to Satan? What makes you think that that's not possible or that's not happening? I read an article in regards of Missy Elliott and various rappers, how they would burn candles in a 5-pointed square and worship the devil so they can produce better music. And that happens in all different aspects of music, rock especially. But R&B and all these artists, you better believe a lot of them worship the devil. And their job is to keep you sedated and keep you loving the devil. Listen to the lyrics of the music lately. Just listen. It's just about sex and freaking off and being a devil. You understand? That's what it's about. But again, it says, one, use monetary and sex bribery to obtain control of people already occupying positions in high places in various levels of all government and other fields of human endeavor. Once the influential person has fallen for the lies, once the influential person, meaning a person of power, have fallen for the lies, deceit, and temptations of the Illuminati. You tell me this is not real. You tell me that they don't have devils amongst us and they're not doing their job to keep brothers and sisters as well as their own in the spirit of Satan. Tell me you don't see that. That's clear as day. That's clear as day. You can't get around that. So when next time you watch the BET or the Source Awards, if that's even still around or relevant, you see your favorite artists acting like damn chimps on a stage, you remember this, you remember this, what we're reading here. You understand? It says, of human endeavors, once an influential person has fallen for the lies, deceit, and temptation of the Illuminati, they were held in bondage by application of political and other forms of blackmail. That's P. Diddy. That's their rappers. That's what that is. You're telling me they don't wake up naked, soaking wet in certain places with vaginal juices? If you know where I'm going, I'm sorry if I have to be this so a little bit above PG-13 today. You telling me they're not waking up in bed with other men waking up in beds with other men naked? Don't know how they got there because they drugged these dudes, man. They drugged these dudes. You have tons of information proving this. And they secretly recorded, and now you're their slave because no man wants to have pictures of himself, meaning a straight man. He doesn't want to have pictures of himself waking up in a bed with other men. Could you imagine? Could you imagine being under that pressure? Now you have to sing what they want you to sing, rap about what they want you to rap about, and you better believe it's prone to the destruction of your own people. But again, it says by application of political and other forms of blackmail and threats of financial ruin. That's Kanye. That's Kanye West. Public exposure. How many of them is dealing with that? Look at Kevin Hart. That story that's floating around. I don't know if that's true. Facebook and YouTube. I'm just saying what I saw on Facebook the other day. Public exposure. P. Diddy. Public exposure. What's his name? Jay-Z. Public exposure. And physical harm and even death. See that? They'll take you out. Jamie Foxx. Physical harm or even death to themselves and their loved ones. Remember that? So this is where you get the situation with Jeff Epstein. I'm not saying he took himself out. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that his death looks very, very suspicious. Sex Island. You think they didn't have videotapes and a log, especially a flight log of famous people, powerful people who went to Sex Island? Are you saying they don't have that? He doesn't know who was on Sex Island. A lot of celebrities, famous people were on Sex Island. Even certain black people were on Sex Island. I'm not going to tap too long on this because I don't want to get a strike against me, but you get where I'm going. New details of Jeff Epstein's death and the frantic aftermath reveals in records obtained by AP News. I'm not going to go into it, but, a lot of stuff was said about him, man. A lot of stuff was said. It says 2 weeks before, this is an old article. This is June 2023, about a year ago. It says 2 weeks before ending his life, supposedly, Jeff Epstein sat in the corner of his Manhattan jail cell with his hands over his ears, desperate to muffle the sound of a toilet that would not stop running. Probably torturing the dude. Epstein was agitated and unable to sleep, jail officials observed in records newly obtained. That's torture. The Associated Press, he called himself a coward and complained he was struggling to adapt to the life behind bars following his July 2019 arrest on federal sex trafficking and conspiracy charges. His life of luxury reduced to a concrete and steel cage. Luxury. He lived a life of luxury. What did it say in the article or the paragraph from Pawns in the Game? They bribe these dudes with money, then they take the money. They take the money after a while. That's what they said. So money plays a big part of how you get by in this system. You better believe it. You better accept it, because that's the harsh reality. And you have to train your minds. Train your minds to know how to do without. You have to train your mind, or just live off your daily bread. Check it out.
Agreement, this settlement afterwards, it allows at least somewhat of a statement. Does this statement now, this apology, open our eyes anymore that anything else that could come from the settlement that we're going to learn more about?
You know, a lot of people have just wondered about, it was so curious the way that settlement came about so quickly. And the allegations that were raised in that lawsuit were so heinous and so detailed. And then all of a sudden she is settling with him on a Friday evening, and they're releasing an email together that has separate statements, but it almost felt like a joint statement talking about settling amicably. I also thought it was interesting that this settlement came just a few hours after Cassie's own lawyers, one of them, had announced on LinkedIn how honored she was to be bringing this lawsuit and to be representing Cassie. So you just wonder.
You could be on the top of the world one day and just have nothing. Just like Epstein. Top of the world, best wines and liquors, best clothes, best bed sheets, best everything. A belt. These guys wear belts that are $2,000. They'll have a pen, $1,500 for a pen that you write with. I used to work for a law firm, and they sent me to pick up some pens for the vice president. Man, I saw pens that was $300 and above. A pen.
What was going through Cassie's head with all the publicity that was going on, and what her current communications were with Diddy at the time, and what resulted in this lawsuit. But I think from what we've heard is that the federal sex trafficking investigation.
A little bit. See if I get this dude. I don't.
Is beyond the 7 or 8 year period that we're in here, or is within the 7 or 8 year period that we're.
So I don't know if this guy's gonna go to jail, but it would not surprise me if this dude goes to jail. It would not. But I'm just trying to show you the nature of the beast. And the sad thing is, your own brothers and sisters, they're not going to believe you, man. Your own brothers and sisters, they're not going to believe you that this place functions under the spirit of Satan. They're not going to believe you. You understand? They're not going to believe you. But this is the way. This is the way. Look at this right here, real quick. It says, celebrities, sports stars, CEOs have never been more at risk of sextortion attacks, lawyer says, meaning they get you doing some dirt sexually. I guess it's like extortion, sextortion. They get you doing some type of dirt. They get it on video and they threaten to put it online, and they destroy you. And they keep hitting you for money. A lot of these dudes are getting caught like that. How many of you seen these videos with these pastors, man? They get caught in a damn hotel room with a man, a Trans Am, man, a Trans Am. And they're begging not to be exposed. But what's happening, they siphon, the damn freakazoid is siphoning so much money from them, they can't hide it but so long. But these are wicked demonic fetishes that they can't, free themselves from. Just the other day, you had someone into politics. I don't know his name, but he was caught trying to pick up a little girl, a little boy. And it was waiting in a restaurant to meet the little boy. This is how serious this is getting, man. This is how serious it's always been. It's just that the Most High is revealing it. Is revealing it big time. But a lot of these mediocre celebrities and people in positions of recognition, they're getting squeezed. Sexual encounters lead to threats. Pay up or I'll ruin your career and reputation. See? Pay up or I'll ruin you. Clients are terrified, says one in a growing field of lawyers paid big money to turn the tables. Hush money. Hush money. So, this is where we separate. Most High's will. This is where we separate from the wicked ways of our people. This is where we choose to separate, man. We don't, and you have to, if you want to survive. And let's put it this way. If you want to have peace of mind and you want to sleep comfortably and you want to be happy with your family and comfortable within your own skin, you have to put on the Most High. You have to, or start training yourselves to walk in the Most High. You have to, because if you don't, that's going to be problems. You're going to have serious, serious problems, man. Serious problems. Serious problems. But check it out again. It says, it's the book of Philippians, 2nd chapter, and I'm going to start at the 11th verse. I'm not going to be long. I just want to put out a video. I was sitting around. I said, let me put out a video. I didn't do nothing this weekend. Says, that verse says, and every tongue should confess that Jesus Christ, Yahushua, is Lord to the glory of the Father. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. You got to get on your grind. You got to get on your grind. And you got to work out your salvation with fear and trembling. Or you're going to be a P. Diddy. And you can say, well, I'm not on the level of P. Diddy. It could be a brother or sister that know you and see you teaching and record you doing something you shouldn't be doing and try to gangster money out of you, just like we just read just now. It could be just that simple on that same level. So work out your own salvation with trembling and fear. You can't always complain about the next man or the next woman. You have to roll up your sleeves and put on your spiritual big boy pants or skirts and get serious in the Most High. Then the 13th verse says, for it is the Most High which worketh in you both to will and to do of his good pleasure. Do all things without murmuring and disputing. Stop complaining, in other words. If you're in a big church, stop murmuring and disputing amongst each other about the leadership and be a doer of the Most High, not a hearer only. If your leadership is like a bunch of Pharisees, do as they say, but don't do as they do. You understand? Keep yourself pure and white as much as possible. Then the 15th verse says that ye may be blameless and harmless, sons of the Most High, without rebuke, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation, among whom ye shine as lights in the world. And that's what you want to do. You want to shine in the spirit of the Most High. And you want to acknowledge that this is a crooked and perverse nation with our people first. And then outside of our people, the heathens are crooked and perverse and disgusting as well. And we have certain traits, certain negative traits in us that's of the negative, but we fight that off. We fight that off and we do the best we can to to be right in the Most High and to be examples and to shine. 16th verse says, holding forth the word of life, meaning the scriptures, that I may rejoice in the day of Yahushua, that I have not run in vain, neither labored in vain. You don't want to be that brother or sister that just did all this for nothing. Come so close and you cash out. You don't want to be that brother or sister. You want to be right in the Most High, and you want to be strong, and you want to move forward. Look what happened to this guy in Iran. Plane crash. You know you know what probably happened to this dude. I can't say what I want to say, but you know what time it is. Look what happened to this dude. This is news as of the last few hours. Check this out.
State News is reporting Iranian officials now know the exact location of a helicopter that crashed with the country's president, Ibrahim Raisi, on board. Cold temperatures, fog, and nightfall have all made it challenging for search crews who have been at it now for 10 hours. For more now.
This is the second in command in Iran. Very important dude. Got on an airplane. The weather was perfect. And then he got on this airplane, all of a sudden the weather turned bad. Not airplane, a helicopter, and it crashed. They can't find this guy's body now. Most likely he's done. He's done. And a lot of times these are assassinations, man. They do things to the plane, or if it's in the case of it's a plane, they do things if it's a helicopter. And I gotta admit, one of the brothers brought out that they can control the weather. Who knows? Maybe they did something along the lines to control the weather and smoke this dude. I'm not saying that's what it is, but you have to consider it, because these guys are evil. Look at remember this goes way back to the 90s. Vince Foster, man, was found dead on a bench. They say he had dirt on the Clintons, mainly Bill Clinton. All of a sudden, found dirt, dead on a bench, and they said it was suicide. I don't know. you take it how you want to take it, but after reading those articles and the pawns in the game and knowing how this system works, I don't know, man. I don't know. Vince Foster's sister on Thursday condemned Donald Trump for bringing up a discredited conspiracy theory regarding her brother's suicide, calling the GOP nominee remarks beyond contempt. So Donald Trump is bringing it up like they did the dude dirty. They did him dirty. In other words, they smoked the dude. That's what Donald Trump is saying. And a lot of people were saying that too in the 90s. Same thing with Jeff Epstein. People are recognizing that as a shady murder. I'm not saying it's true. I'm just saying what people are saying. You understand? Same thing with Jeff Epstein. But it says the sister was complaining about what Donald Trump said. Trump, in a recent interview with the Washington Post, referenced the widely debunked theory that Foster, a former White House aide to President Clinton, was actually murdered. So is Donald Trump crazy? Is this a conspiracy theory? That's what it's saying. It's saying it's a conspiracy theory. We don't know. Or maybe we do know. How should we take it? No? How should we take it? Look it up yourselves. You make up your own mind. There's a lot of people that mysteriously died. There was a brother, I can't remember his name. He mysteriously died. What about the guy in Haiti? Mysteriously targeted by Haitians. They say that a lot of stuff that's happening in Haiti is orchestrated by the CIA. Who knows? Who knows? CIA has been known to mess with a lot of people in different countries. Strongman Noriega. What about him? Bin Laden, once working with the CIA. What about that? Gaddafi. The list goes on and on. Trump called the circumstances of Foster's 1993 death very fishy. Jeff Epstein's death is very fishy. I'm not saying I have the answers, but very fishy. And this is what we're dealing with in this country. This is the reality of what we are dealing with as Israelites who have now found our true nationality and have made a choice to serve the Most High and to love the Most High and to deal in the Most High, and have sacrificed way beyond what our brothers and sisters are willing to sacrifice, because we love the Most High. We love the King, Yahweh Shai. We love doing what's right in the Most High. And we choose not to be a part of this world. Most High says in James 4, verse 4, it says, ye adulterers and adulteress, you brothers and sisters who choose to rebel against the Most High and love this world. I'm not going to be long. Know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity or enemy with God? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of God. And that's clear. That's clear. You have a choice now. And the thin line between the Most High and the devil is getting thinner and thinner every day. So either you serve the Most High or you serve the devil. You either serve the Most High or you serve the devil. Bottom line. But yeah, that's it, man. I'm not going to keep you brothers long. It's just Sunday. You got to go back to work. We got to serve the devil again tomorrow. But pay attention to this story. Is this guy a demon? Is he a fruity tooty, if you know what I mean? Is he any of the things that he's being accused of? Or is he a good guy? I know what I believe he is. What say you, brothers? But do me a favor, hit the like button on this video. You brothers and sisters, hit that like button. Hit a dislike button if you dislike the video. Feel free to share it, put a comment in, and I'll see you brothers and sisters in a few days. Keep your head up. Stay strong in the Most High. Be a pillar and a support to the weaker brothers and sisters. Have mercy when it's time to have mercy, and be a warrior when it's time to be a warrior, because you're the chosen people of the Most High. And within the chosen people of the Most High, He has chosen you to do His work. You're that type of first fruit and pilgrim of the Most High. I'm going to say shalom to you, brothers and sisters. Stay strong and walk in the spirit of the Most High. Shalom.